All right, family. We black again. Once again, it's on with the general. We got a powerful presentation today. Orisha Oya versus Hera. Hera, queen of the Olympian gods. And really, that's where you get Hera from, out of Hera, Horus. And so you can see the symbolisms there. But anyway, let's get into it, family. This is going to be one powerful presentation, the battle of the goddesses, who going to come out on top. Before we get started, family, I want to make sure y'all get over there and check out, my Patreon. Over 500 videos, exclusive videos that you cannot get anywhere else on the planet. There's a place for you over there that is going to blow your mind. You should not hesitate. Get over there. The link is at the top the chat. Also, check me out, kingseti.com, official General SETI products, t-shirts, hoodies, DVDs. We got over 50 DVDs, classic. You cannot get anywhere else. African and Kemetic jewelry. Check us out. We got something over there, family. I know you're going to like. And love also. Become a member of General SETI, Sabra Susan SETI's YouTube. We got exclusive material, videos there for you. You want to tap in, become a member. Also, family, get a video a thumbs up, like it because you like it. Share it with your family and friends. Comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because you will get banned. And so we've been having, it's really been up to this point. We having the battle of the gods and the goddesses. Right now, it's the Orishas going up primarily against the Roman gods. We're gonna have some Greek gods. It's not looking good for the Roman gods. It's just not looking good. It's just not looking good. Who did we had? Shango versus Zeus, the thunder god. Shango put hands on Zeus, put hands on him. Then we had Ogun versus what was it? Mars. That's right. We had Ogun versus Mars. Ogun put hands on Mars. And so now we got Orisha Oya versus Hera, queen of the Olympian gods. And let's see how this gonna go down. Now, a lot of people, if you don't know, we about to give you an introduction to Oya. Okay. And she is a powerful Orisha in the Yoruba religious tradition of West Africa and throughout the African diaspora. She is one of the most formidable female deities in world mythology, embodying change, storms, death, and transformation. Change, storms, death, and transformation. Okay, Oya as a Orisha of change and storm. Her primary domains is wind and violent storms, especially tornado-like winds. You see, so that's how she coming. She coming with the hurricane, the tornado, the cyclone, coming like that. Sudden change, upheaval, revolution. Okay, sudden change, upheaval, revolution. So, it's just spontaneous change in revolution, death and the ancestral realm. Transformation and rebirth, female warrior power. Okay, Oya governs the force that end one state of being and begin another. Oya governs the forces that end one state of being and begin another. Okay, origins and status. Oya is among the earliest Orisha tied to primal natural forces. Okay, from the very origin of creation, she is often depicted as the guardian of cemetery gates, controlling passage between the living and the dead. That's very powerful. Oya is the only Orisha who can wield the power of the dead freely. Wow, we're gonna have to tap into that even deeper. Okay, warrior and consort. Oya is the wife of Shango. Okay, Orisha of thunder and kingship. She fights alongside him in battle, commanding storms and chaos. Unlike domestic goddesses, Oya is active, mobile, and militant. Okay. Personality and mythic traits, fierce, fearless, uncompromising, independent, untamable, protective of women and those undergoing transformation, feared for her sudden and overwhelming power. Oya does not linger. She arrives suddenly, reshapes reality, and departs. Whew. So she, as soon as she just show up and boom, rearrange things and out. She out. You see what I'm saying? In a matter of a blank of an eye, she come in, she rearrange things, and she out. Okay. Sacred symbols and objects, copper and bronze, uh, uh, buffalo imagery, storm falling trees, sacred stones, okuta. Her sacred colors include deep red, burgundy, and purple. Okay, so Oya sound a lot like Sekhmet. Okay, Oya in the African diaspora. So many of the Haitian voodoo and many of the offshoots down in South America still, venerate Oya across and core idea. Oya is not a goddess of weather in a narrow sense. She is the wind of inevitability, okay? The force that destroys what cannot remain and clears the way for what must come. You see, inevitability, the force that destroys what cannot remain and clears the way for what must come. So if you didn't know who Oya is, you got to tap in because for the most part, she is a primordial goddess. And it's a lot, and you can see that these Orishas, man, they're real powerful. Every last one of them is real powerful. So you have to tap into every last one of them. Now let's get back up here. We're gonna talk about Hera, and she, I ain't known her to have no powers like that. I can tell you that right now. So she already, she looking like she about to get hands put on. Hera is the Greek goddess queenship, marriage, and royal authority, and one of the 12 Olympians. You would think that would mean something. You see, being one of the 12, and she is not a goddess of physical combat. Her power lies in legitimacy, sovereignty, and divine law. Okay, well, that don't look like it's gonna be good attributes for the Oya. You see what I'm saying? And maybe I just, I might have set Hera up, for because it don't look like she gonna last this one. She is the queen of the gods, and you would figure that she has something, to bring to the table. You feel me? Culture, identity, culture, ancient Greece, status queen of Olympus, parents Kronos and Rhea, consort Zeus, symbols the diadem, the scepter, peacock, and the cow. Hera represents lawful order in relationships and rule, okay? Her domains and power, queenship, and sovereignty embodies legitimate rule, grants authority to kings and queens, upholds divine hierarchy on Olympus. Her power is political and cosmic, not brute force. Okay, well, and you in trouble. Okay, marriage. And so, I'm thinking, that being that she was the queen of the gods, she would have more, you think Zeus, he got something to bring. If you the king of the gods, then you got something to bring. You the queen of the gods. You supposed to be able, to overpower all the other goddesses. You feel me? You got to have something to keep them up off of you, or why you the queen. You feel me? So yeah, that she in trouble. Divine punishment and curses. Hera's most famous power inflicts long-term suffering, ruins lives through indirect punishment, uses madness, exile, infertility, and monster. She is relentless once offended. Control over fate through intrigue, manipulates events rather than confronting directly. So see, a lot of them Greek and Roman gods, they like doing things, they sneak and try to get you. You know what I'm saying? They go behind the scenes and try to get you. So they don't like to fight out in the open like that. They on that trickster. And she commands lesser gods and mortals, outsmarts opponents politically rather than physically. Immortality and Olympian authority as an Olympian. Hera is immortal, can survive any injury, commands divine servants and sacred creatures. Okay. Hera versus other goddesses, unlike Athena, strategy and wisdom. Artemis, wild nature, Aphrodite desire. Aphrodite desire. Hera rules institutions, not elements. Okay, so I'm thinking she's the queen of the gods. She got something to bring. And so we've laid out we've laid out the attributes of each goddess. And so now we just got to tap in and match them up and see who comes out on top. Okay, let's see who comes out on top. And so let me get it in here. The battlefield is being cleared. The contestants is taking the battlefield. And we about to slug it out for cosmic supremacy. Okay. You can't be, you the queen of the gods, you got to bring something. Yeah, you got to bring something. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. It's going down. Let's match them up. Okay. Oya, Orisha change, cosmology, Yoruba, West Africa. We went over her domains is winds, storms, hurricanes, sudden change, revolution, upheaval, death, cemeteries, ancestral gates of female warrior energy, nature, elemental and uncontrollable, elemental and uncontrollable, moves between the worlds of the living and the dead, commands violent weather and spiritual transition. Mythic power controls winds that flatten cities, opens and controls gates to the dead, fights alongside Shango in battle, feared even by other Orishas when angered. Oya does not argue, negotiate, or rule through hierarchy. She arrives, transforms everything, and leaves nothing the same. Hera, queen of the Olympians, cosmology, Greek domains, marriage, queenship, legitimacy, political order, and dynastic authority, protection of lawful unions, her nature, institutional power, not elemental. Authority depends on Olympus, and Zeus uses punishment, intrigue, and curses rather than direct combat. Mythic power can ruin lives through divine retribution, commands respect as queen, rarely fights directly, acts through plots or agents. Hera's power is social and cosmic order, not raw force. Who wins and why? The winner by unanimous decision. By unanimous decision, family. The winner is Oya. Once again, the Orisha come out on top when it comes to the Greek and the Roman. They just can't match up. People look at the Olympian god, they can't match up. They can't match up with the Orishas at all. So here's the decisive logic. Hera's power requires a system. Olympus, marriage law, Zeus, all your power exists without permission. Okay, storms, death, winds, and upheaval do not obey political authority. So when you look at the Orisha, they elementals, man. They not like these human attributes that these Greco-Roman they got human attributes where the African gods are elementals, they're elementals. And so Hera has no control over the dead. Oya rules the boundary Hera cannot cross. You see, Oya rules the boundary Hera cannot cross. If Olympus collapses, Hera's power collapses with it. If everything collapses, Oya grows stronger. You see, grows stronger. So, final verdict, Hera queen within a cosmic order, Oya force that destroys and remakes cosmic orders listen to this, in a direct mythic confrontation. Oya wins decisively. Decisively. Yeah, flawless victory. It's no match. So, I mean, even the queen of the Olympian gods is nothing when it come up against the Orisha. Is nothing. So if we seeing, and I say to myself, if the Orishas and the African gods and goddesses is so powerful, why are people so interested in venerating European gods and goddesses? We got to see what's psychologically going on in our people's heads. You feel what I'm saying? And so, yeah, this was very interesting, family. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna keep it moving. We didn't put powerful information. Go behind me, do some research into Oya, do some research into all the Greco-Roman gods, because it's necessary that you know both sides of the legacy, both sides of the battle, because in due time you're gonna need to tap back into that energy. I appreciate y'all being here, family. We be right black. Don't you go nowhere. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Boom. Black pop.